gotta stop smoking.
This is the question of the day. How are you, Emily?
Doing good.
Oh, it's so good to have you
Probably
here.
not as good as you though. You seem really excited.
I am. You have no idea how much.
Okay.
It's
Tell me
Saturday.
why.
It's Saturday. Tell me why.
No.
No.
No. Shame
okay.
on you.
Okay. Be careful. Oh, internal jokes nobody gets, but I love them anyway. Well, I want to know today, what is a quote that has impacted your life, girl? We're going to be talking about quotes. It doesn't need to be just one. Quotes, mottos, proverbs, I don't know. You feel free to bring what you want, okay?
Alright. Well, I have a couple actually.
Good.
One is something my grandma used to say all the time.
Let's see.
We actually talked about it yesterday.
Me and you?
Yeah. It's like when you're telling somebody to mind their own business,
Okay.
my grams would always say, just never you mind. It was like, it's like, don't worry about it.
I see.
It's not your problem.
A polite way of saying it's none of your business.
Yeah, but like I actually think that's not a bad thing to say.
I see.
Like just focus on your stuff.
It
Don't worry about
doesn't.
what everyone else
It doesn't
is
make
doing.
people feel offended, and
No, she would say it all the time, like because kids are nosy, like, oh, what are you doing? What are you guys talking about? And she's like, oh, just never you mind. And I love that because it's something I kind of incorporated into the way I think. Like,
I see.
don't worry about what other people think or do, just
don't care about
do
it.
your own shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one. Good one. There's one for me that you have already saw it probably. In fact, you have already seen it 1,000 times. Whenever you come to VPFI, you see it. That it's the sentence. It's not in
It's
this.
not in here.
No, it's not in
It's
this
there.
wall. It's in there. But you won't be able to see it because it's in that wall, and I don't want to get the webcam and show you that. So the sentence is a little bit by day, and your goal is gonna be accomplished. And man, I do believe in this sentence, in this quote, in this motto for everything in life.
Like, never give up.
Exactly. You don't need to rush. You just need to do a little bit by day. And then, eventually, it's gonna be happening, It's cool. I take these for my life in all aspects of it,
Now, are you the kind of person who enjoys the process of things or just the final destination?
No, I do a lot enjoy the process. In fact, the final destination sometimes tends to be boring. Because when you get there, you say, okay,
Now
so
what?
it's this, but I am the kind of person that I like a lot to look behind, not as like to regret or stuff. No, just to see what I accomplished. Like yesterday was a clear example. Patrick and Victoria, they were watching TV with our Halloween party here. And then I look like, man, 1 year ago, take a look at how this place was. Take a look at how this place is today. And think about how this place is gonna be in a year.
Yeah.
So I love seeing the evolution of the process and how much energy we need to put in things to make them happen, I love it. I do love it.
It's psychological actually, that feeling that we have at the end. So when we start a project is when our dopamine levels is the highest.
I imagine.
Exciting.
What?
And then with time it goes down, and then by the time you reach the end, you need something else to bring you up again, like a new project.
I see. Like an exit plan, something.
No, literally something new. Like that's
Yeah.
what makes us feel the best, is starting something new, not finishing it.
I see. In dopamine levels, yeah?
Yeah, but that's what gives us our good feeling of accomplishment and everything. Like that's what motivates us. And then at the end, it's like kind of a letdown. Most people are disappointed, like, oh, you work really hard to make partner at the firm.
Okay.
But it's the process that gets us going, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then when you make partner, then you're like, oh, okay, so
What
that's
next?
done.
Uh-huh.
You know, and then you need something else to challenge you again.
You know, when the goal would be like opening my own English school. And then I think my dopamine levels about it get renovated weekly, because there's not a week that I come here and we don't create something new together, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it's constantly evolving.
yeah. It keeps me generating more and more and more and more, so I don't feel like I need something out of it, you know?
So you're just high all the time.
Yeah, I can say it's easy to note. It's easy to
Yeah,
notice, right?
it's
Yeah,
visible.
you're right. Well, this is the quote that got my heart, you know? A little bit by day and the year ago is gonna be accomplished.
Where did you find it?
In fact, ma'am, I'm not sure if it was reading The Little Prince, and then something that the author said there brought this idea to
I
me.
love The Little Prince.
Yeah, it wasn't a ready idea from somebody. I read something and then I understood this from what I read, you know? Yeah, and there was another one. Wow. This one is from a song from a Brazilian band called Ponto Nulo no Céu. Man, it's a band that nobody knows. They're from São Paulo, totally underground. The guy sings: O vento sopra a favor de quem sabe aonde ir. It's like the wind blows in favor of the ones who know where to go. And it makes sense. Like, it's a second way of reading Alice's sentence. Like, if you don't know where you are going, any path can help you, you know? I guess it's the same thing. Like, man, be sure about where you are going, because then good things will happen in your way, you know? I love it.
Very cool.
I love it. It brings me a sense of, wow, I need to organize myself to really know what I want and what I don't want. I guess more than be sure about what I want to have is what I don't want to have too, you know?
Yeah.
Something I consider important. Wow. Do you have
So deep.
any other good one to close this video in here?
There was a quote that helped me during a time in my life. It's not a famous quote because it's from my dad.
Okay, all right. Famous for you? Yeah.
Famous for me.
Okay.
I was having a really hard time in college, and I was talking to my dad, and I was like, Dad, I'm doing my best, but I'm still not doing well in these classes. And I had a really heavy course load, and he was like, just drop one course. Just drop it, you know, you'll still be full-time, and you don't need to have this many classes right now. And I was like, but I really, for my schedule, you know, I was like, I'm doing my best, I don't understand. And he told me, sometimes your best isn't good enough. Wow. And it sounds harsh, but it was something that I really needed to hear.
I see.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's true, because sometimes we can do everything we can, and things still don't work out the way that we want them to.
Totally.
So I really took that to heart, and like I try to be accepting of things that happen, you know, without my control. Because sometimes you can't control it. Sometimes your best isn't good enough. Sometimes things happen you don't want to. So
it's so
just
true.
let it.
It's so true. And it doesn't matter, yeah. Like, you can do the best because it's your best, but for sure, people won't read the same way. People won't get it the same way. Like, most part of people don't see our efforts to make things happen.
Yeah, like imagine if you're applying for a job, and like you have done everything you possibly can to make yourself perfect for that job because that's the one you want.
I see.
And they say no. Your best wasn't good enough.
And out of your control, what can you do about it?
What can you do? Let it go.
Wow. Yeah, that's a really amazing quote. And I remember, I don't know if we recorded an episode about something, but you already told me this story.
Yeah,
I guess it was about harsh moments that you passed in your life, something about that. Because I have lived memories about this.
Actually, I think we recorded this question before, but
Yeah.
we lost it.
Oh, yeah?
That's why we're re-recording.
Probably. Well, I can't remember this, but I remember we talked about this quote
My dad's
specifically.
quote.
Well, guys, now it's time for us to go, you know? You know that we started this set of question of the days, like, oh, we need to get into 5 minutes, and now we...
Now we let it go.
Let's just go because we have a lot of things to add. And then we noticed something. Lots of people give feedback of saying, hey, don't limit yourself in time. Just talk. Just talk because it's so cool to listen to you guys talking. Like, see how cool it is. We talk our shit in here, and somebody's the other side of the camera using it to improve their English.
Yeah.
It's nice, right?
That's why we're here, right?
You see, it's nice. It's really nice. I hope you are one of these people that use our content in here to improve your English. We gotta go, but we're gonna get back soon, alright? So, have a great one. Talk to you next episode, right?